You know how progressives always talk about diversity and how powerful and tsuyoi and strong it is, but they never talk about Bollywood movies? Like, why is that? Why do you think that is? Are they not diverse enough? Why is it that one of the biggest nations in the world, which also creates movies, India, doesn't make even a little blimp on the progressive radar? Why is that? Oh, it's because it's not about diversity. It's just about putting ideologues in positions of power in Hollywood and sucking some of that money, some of that wealth, some of that cash. But here I will bring you actual diversity. I'll show you something from Bollywood. And this is a Russian trailer of Indian Terminator. So it's a Bollywood movie, but it's translated into Russian. I couldn't find the original trailer. I know it exists. Hopefully it won't get copyright claimed, because Bollywood is very aggressive with protecting their intellectual property, even when you try to advertise their movies. But I want to show you just how different it is than Hollywood garbage. Like, it's something that I would genuinely watch. So let's look at it together and see if we can comment something about it.
Люди, вы так много сидите в телефонах.
So this is the bizarre stuff that I see in Korean movies as well. Like, you get this unexpected reality bending things, like your smartphone just flies off. It's really weird, but it's so cheesy that in a way it kind of works. Because you realize it's a movie, it's supposed to be fun, so you're not supposed to take it that seriously. And again, like, when you see it the first time, it's so bizarre, and it's like very unusual compared to what you're used with Hollywood. But when you see things like this and you're actually watching the movie, you get used to them, and they start becoming fun. Hold on, let me just take off the sound, because I don't want to get copyright claimed. So every phone in the world goes away to this guy. I don't know what the story is about, but again, it's just like really fun and very campy, very cheesy. Kind of reminds me of the 90s, where you had Hollywood just experimenting with random stuff to see what works, and you had some really bizarre movies, especially in the horror genre. I mean, there was even a movie where a refrigerator ate the guy. You know, like, it was just so over the top, and they would throw everything at the audience to see what sticks. And it kind of reminds me of this. I mean, look at it. Look how ridiculous it is. It's absolutely over the top. Look at this nonsense. But you know what? Like, I'm telling you, when you watch this movie, it's actually fun. Like, it's so nonsensical. It's so bizarre. I guess this is something that would work in an anime, but it looks so weird when it's on the big screen. However, it's done in a way that's actually entertaining. Like, you're not supposed to take it seriously. You're not supposed to make any sense of it. It's just supposed to make you laugh. Let's see this again. This is just like, look. It kind of reminds me of anime, honestly. Like, if you made an anime like this, no one would complain. No one would bat an eye. But when you actually put it on the big screen, it looks ridiculous because it's got actors. I mean, what do we have here? We have all the cell phones in the world, I guess, making a wall, preventing people from passing through. And of course, you need an explosion. Like, you can't have a Bollywood movie set in the real world unless it has an explosion with people just being pushed away by the blast zone. And then they get back up and everything is fine. Look how ridiculous some of these concepts are. I don't think you can even do this in Hollywood. Like, you can't actually show a Coca-Cola bottle because there's laws preventing that. I think it would be considered like a hidden commercial or something. So they would have to create like a fake drink. So again, like, seeing this in a Bollywood movie just blows my mind. It's like, what? They can do that? Are they allowed? Yeah, so, you know, everyone complaining, oh, only white guys get to appear in Hollywood. There's not enough diversity. Where are the people of color? Why aren't you watching, you know, Chinese movies? Why don't you go watch Bollywood movie? You know, there's other countries outside of the United States. I know this blows progressives' mind when they realize that there's a whole new world out there. There's other people that exist outside the border of the United States. The world is much bigger than your oyster. And if you want diversity, you can just watch it. Like, literally, it's available. I mean, Bollywood has thousands of films. Thousands upon thousands. And then you have China, and then you have South Korea, and then you have Japan. Like, if you want diversity, you can watch those. I promise you will not find a single white person in those movies. Like, in fact, with Bollywood, if I'm not mistaken, like 99% of the cast is usually Indian. So, there's that. But, like, and this is only if you're obsessed about race, right? This is only if you're a progressive person. Because normal people don't give a shit. I mean, I don't even care about the race of the characters or anything like that. The only thing I care is the plot, the story. Is it a good movie? Does it entertain me? That's the only thing I care. And not to mention, like, they even have something that progressives absolutely despise, which is an ushikushi girl. Like, they can't handle this. This is too much for the progressive mind. The progressive brain cannot cope with this. Like, they just don't understand what's happening on the screen. They immediately get confused. And if they don't, like what? A girl giving attention to a guy that looks like them? They can't understand that. And what they don't understand, what the male feminist doesn't understand, frightens him. Now, what I find very interesting is that Hollywood is dropping the ball so hard. And it lacks so much creativity because everything is a sequel, a remake, or a prequel, or a spin-off, to the point where you have no original movies. Like, zero originality. And the movies themselves are boring as hell. So now you end up with Bollywood being more entertaining than Hollywood. Like, this never happened before. You know, this is why people don't really watch Bollywood movies, is because they weren't as entertaining as Hollywood movies. But now that Hollywood is becoming so bad, I mean, look at this. Look at the comment section. Way better than Terminator Dark Fate. I'd watch the heck out of this. A little person made out of smartphones. Amazing. Would watch. English dub went. Like, people are more fascinated about this story than they are of Terminator Genesis. And I am willing to bet, because like, oh, V, so you're a racist now? Like, you say that Bollywood can't produce good things? What I'm saying is that if you look at the money involved in the production, like the amount of money that was pumped into Terminator Dark Fate, and then the amount of money that was pumped into making this, you're going to notice a huge disparity. I mean, you have made a much better product with less money. Right? Like, that is an accomplishment. This is why I'm astonished. Because it shouldn't be that way, right? Like, it goes against logic. The more money you pump into something, the better it should be. But no, that's not the case anymore. So thank you, Bollywood. Hopefully you're going to bring a lot more interesting action movies that I can suggest to people. And I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.